Good day everyone, you're welcome back to this channel. In today's video I'll be showing you or sharing with you a very easy circular blouse, and trust you're going to enjoy this tutorial. Just take your time and watch to the end. Thanks. So let's get started. Now I have my fabric here folded into 4 pieces. So from this part you can see what I have here. This place is joined, though it's 4 pieces but it's joined. So on this part here you can see I have 4 pieces also. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see how it is. It's open a bit this way on this part. Now here you can see I have it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right now we are going to start. So right now from the tip here, I'm going to measure the length of this blouse. So I will be using the length of this blouse is 22 inches. So plus 1 inch for my bending or hem allowance. So I'll be having the total of 23 inches. So I'm going to mark from this very point. Let me shift it so that you can see it very clearly. So from this very point, I'm going to mark 23 inches. Can you see? So I'm going to mark it right here. Okay. Then I go to this end. I mark 23 inches. From this same point, I mark 23 inches. So I proceed to this other end. So I will also mark 23 inches. So I have it right here. So I proceed. So this place is always constant, and that is why I'm not removing it from that place. So I mark 23 inches. 23 inches. So I mark it round. As you can see, I hope you can see it clearly the way I'm doing it, making this tip here constant. So I've marked round 23 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to connect the lines together. So I'm going to connect the lines together. Can you see? So I go ahead and connect together. So as you can see, I've connected the lines together up to the other end here. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to cut it off. So I want to shift it so that you can see it clearly. So I proceed with cutting it up to the other end. So you can see what I have starting from this point. Okay, so right now I'm going to take this off. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to cut it from this part here. I'm going to slash it equally. So having slashed it equally, so I will have each of the piece to be like this. Can you see? So I have the second one too. You can see. So having cutting it, so the next thing I'm going to do right now, from the edge here, I'm going to fold and I seal. I fold it twice, one, two, just little, okay, like this. Then I seal to the other end here. You see to the other end here. I will also go ahead with the second piece. I'm going to go to the machine right now and do likewise. I'm going to fold it. Now here is the right side, while here is the wrong side. So I'm folding to the wrong side, okay? One, then two. So I'm going to run a stitch down to the other end. So as you can see right here, I've stitched the upper part. Can you see the two pieces? And I went also to stitch the down part, the round, the circle part. Okay, can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do after this is just to iron it to make it more neat. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to place it right side to right side equally, like I'm doing right now. I'm going to making sure that I place it equally. So after placing it equally like this, so the next thing I'm going to do is to fold it into two equal parts or into four. So I refold it again. That's what I mean. So I'm going to refold it like this. I'm going to refold it like this. So in doing this, it means I'm going to place it wrong side to wrong side. Sorry, not right side to right side. Wrong side to wrong side. Because I'm going to stitch on the right side just to close the sleeve or the seam side. So you can see this is the right side and this is the right side under. So like I said, I'll be folding it equally. So having folded it equally, I'm going to refold it again. I'm placing it equally, sorry. Then I fold it now. You can see I've folded it now. Having folded it now, so right now I'm going to measure the length. I'm going to measure the bust circumference starting from the upper part here, that is the shoulder line. So whatever is your bust circumference, you divide it by 4 and add extra 2 inches to it. So right now in this case, the bust is 36 inches. 36 divided by 4 gives me 9. So 9 plus 2 gives me 11. So from the center front here, I'm going to place my measuring tape. Can you see? So I'm going to measure 11 inches and mark it. So I mark it right here. I have my 11 inches here. So I mark it. So I will also go to the down part. I will also do likewise. Okay. So 11 inches right here. I mark it. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to connect this. Before I connect this line, I'm from this 11 inches, this upper part, I'm going to measure 8 inches downward, which is going to be my armhole. So I'm going to mark it there. Okay. So I won't stitch this line here. I won't stitch it. So I'm going to run my stitch from this point down to this point here. You can see that I'm not taking it to this empty so that it will be free at the down part. So all I need to do is just to connect from this line to this line here. So let me just mark 6.5 so that I will have like 2 inches left at the base. So I'm going to connect this line to this line now. So this is where I'm going to stitch from here to here. So I will also turn it and do likewise to the other side. I'm going to turn it to the other side. So from this other side here, I'm going to mark from the center front here. I'm going to mark 11 inches also, like I just did. So I mark 11 inches and I have it here. So I will also go to the down part and do likewise. I mark 11 inches. So I will also, after marking it there, so I'm going to mark from here, I'm going to mark 8 inches downwards. So I can now connect from this point to this point. So that is going to be where I will stitch. So right now I've connected the line. Now I'm going to open it wide so you can see. So I will now go to the machine and stitch from here to this place and also from here to this place. So as you can see right here, I've stitched the two sides. Can you see? I've stitched it. Look at it. I've stitched these two sides. So what I actually did was to reduce the 11 inches which I initially marked to 10.5. So that is why if you look at it right now, I have 21 inches, which means I later, when I see that it's too wide, I later reduce it by 0.5. So if yours is okay, then you leave it like that. So it's between 1.5 to 2 inches. That's the extra you are going to add to the 1/4 of your bust circumference. So right now I'm going to fold it. I'm going to fold the two pieces together like this. So the reason why I'm folding it like this is just to mark the center point of the neckline of the shoulder so that I can easily get my neckline. So I'm going to mark it. This is the center point. So I use my chalk to mark it. So I mark it. So right now I'm going to spread it out again. Now here is the center of the line here, the upper side here. So from this center point, I'm going to mark 5.5 inches to my right hand side. So if you want yours to be wide, then you can make it 6 inches. But for me, I'm making it 5.5 inches. So on my left hand side, I will do likewise. I mark 5.5 inches also. Okay. So from this point now, I'm going to fold it like this. The down part will overlap that of the front like this. Okay. So I'm going to run a stitch from here. So I'm going to measure where my stitch will stop. So I'm going to run a stitch to 9 inches. So I will also run a stitch from here, from here, 9 inches. So right now I'm going to use my pin to pin it down. So I will hold it like this, overlap this one. I'm using the back piece to overlap the front piece. So I will use my pin right now to hold it or to pin it down. So I will go ahead and do likewise till I get to this 9 points. 9 inches which I marked. So what I'm doing right here on my right hand side is what I will be doing on my left hand side too. So I'm going to use the pin to hold it together. Now as you can see here, I've sealed it. I've sealed from the neckline down to the point I mark. You can see, you remember I marked 9 inches. So look at it. I've sealed it. And also to the other side. Can you see? I've also stitched it together. I overlap it. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is just to put it's either you put your covered button just to design it, or your beads. But in this case, I will be using beads. You can use beads. I will be using silver color. Can you see? So I'm going to attach it to the down part of the sleeve, like 3-3 or 4-4. It depends on how you want to beautify it. And also to the other sleeve, I will also do likewise. So I'm going to attach it using my hand needle. I'm going to attach it like this. So it's going to be like this. Okay, then straight. So I want to believe that you have found this tutorial very, very educative. And if you have, please kindly give it a big thumbs up. Thank you. I want to appreciate you for taking your time to watch this video. Thank you very much. So if you have any question, always, like I always say, feel free to drop your question. And if you have any comment, yes, go ahead and drop your comment. You are welcome. So if you are here to subscribe to this channel, here is an avenue for you. Just kindly click on the subscribe button below, and you also click on the notification bell, because that notification bell will get you notified anytime I release a new video. Thank you. So till I come your way again, bye for now.